Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. For those of you who are new, if there's anybody new, I'm not quite sure about that part yet, but welcome to Cycle Lane. In this edition of Bike Talk, I'll be giving a review. Actually, I should just call it Bike Review. Anyways, I don't know why I didn't think about that like 12 episodes ago. Anyways, or however many episodes. Anyways, back to the topic at hand instead of rabbit trailing all the time, like I always do. This will be about my bicycle's bottle cage. So, let's get started. So, this here is my bicycle cage box, or I call it a bottle cage thing, but it's actually a cage box. I did an unboxing before, but again, like all my previous videos on my bicycle stuff that I recorded for my DG channel, I pretty much deleted it all. So, because I just needed to be more of what I was trying to go for, and this is what I'm trying to go for. So that way, anybody that wants to watch any specific things I do, well, here's the specific stuff that I do. So, hope you guys enjoy it, and hope you're having a better experience in it, instead of waiting for bicycle stuff to come up and whatnot. But anyways, for this here, I'll be showing you what I use for this, and I'll also be giving you the look around. So this is what it looks like, and actually, I need to give props before I do that. This is due to actually me watching another person's video, who I'm actually a really big fan of, and I love watching his videos a lot. So I guess this is kind of a shout out. I've never done a bicycle shout out before. So, BikeBlogger, this is a shout out to you, because if it wasn't for you, then I wouldn't have known about this, and I wouldn't have bought it, and therefore I'd still be wondering how in the sand heavens I'd be carrying what I carry on my bicycle, which I'll be showing you what I carry and what I'm talking about once I open this thing up. So, for those of you who are wondering. So, anyways, BikeBlogger, thank you again. I appreciate that you actually do some of the stuff on your channel, and I've commented about it as well on your channel, and whatnot, so I'm happy to actually do this for myself on my channel. So for those of you who don't know about BikeBlogger is a awesome guy. He has blogs about his bicycle stuff. He has different instruments he uses, and he talks about it. And he also, like most cyclist YouTubers out there, or bike tubers as they're sometimes called, they talk about what they have and where they get it from, and they review different stuff. And BikeBlogger is an awesome guy. So, and whatnot. So if you guys are interested in going and visiting his channel, I'm going to leave a link in the comment section below, so you guys can go visit him, go watch his stuff. He's got a lot of awesome stuff, a lot of awesome rides, and whatnot. So again, thank you, BikeBlogger, for giving your review of this, and this will be my review. So moving on. This is a cage box, which I bought from eBay after watching a BikeBlogger on his. And it has grooves that are set outside on here. And this is what it looks like all around. And that's the bottom of it. And it has a hole on there, which I don't know why there's a hole there, but there's a hole there, so. And it's got SKS or SYS. I don't know what that is. This is SYS, I guess, a backwards Y. But that's what it looks like from there. And I want to show you what I have in my stuff. So in mine, I carry a measuring tape. Of course, being an apprentice electrician by actual professional trade, I always carry this with me in case I ever need it, and which is sometimes I've actually needed it. And being a trade, we always know to mark our names on our stuff. So we always know whose is whose and don't take the wrong thing. And I also carry this from Bell, which you can buy at Walmart or any bicycle shop. And it does come apart, which to me is absolutely awesome. I'm actually thinking about going buying this rather pricey, which is why I haven't done it yet. But I'm thinking about buying an actual park tool set. Probably start off with a basic for my bicycle, but for now this does just fine. I don't need a park tool thing, but I do want it. And then there's this here, which you can buy at Walmart. You can also buy it at any bicycle shop as well. Yeah, I have it. Here we go. White lightning. For those of you who don't know what this is a chain breaker, which it breaks the little circular cylindrical things that keeps your chain together, the master link, and can also put the chains together. Now I've used this for both pulling one apart when I disassembled my Cherokee, my Grand Cherokee bicycle that I have, and I plan on restoring it and fixing it back up, repair and restoration, which I plan on having a repair and restoration on here. Just not yet because I need money to buy the equipment first. And then this set right here, which is for a freewheel cog set. So there's two different kinds of the part that goes in a part of the chain that rides in the back of the bicycle for the different kinds, like if you have a 21 speed or 7 speed or whatever speed, and you're shifting to the back part when it goes between the bigger and smaller cogs. You got two different kinds. You have the one called a freewheel, in which a freewheel is actually where the entire cog moves at the same time, regardless of which speed you transfer to. And then you also have the cassette type. And the cassette type, and I know probably to some of you sounds like musical cassettes. This has nothing to do with musical cassettes. Where they came up with the names of this, I have no idea. But a cassette is where each different cog on the deal that has a different speed moves on its own accord. So if you have a gear shift thing in the back part and one at a time is what moves, then you have a cassette, because a cassette you can take out from the back, from the rear tire or rear wheel, and then you have, like, if you have 7 different sets of speeds, you have 7 different cogs within that cassette, and each of them move independently. But if you have a freewheel, then all of them move at the same time because they're all embedded together. They're all made as one. So it doesn't matter which speed you're at. They all move all in conjunction with each other. So that's the difference between a freewheel and also a cassette type. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. Okay, that is exactly what I mean. This right here is what we call the cogs set right there. It actually has 2 different things. For the specific purpose which I'm showing you, as that right there, mine is a freewheel, because no matter which side this here goes on, this all moves as one piece, as it's all manufactured as one piece. But if it was a cassette type, then all these things would be made differently. All these things would actually be single individual pieces made to fit in one piece. In which, if you set this on a different speed than one of these things, whichever one the chain is on, then that cog that it's on will be the only one moving, and the rest of it would be still. As far as that part goes, I mean, it's all probably going to move at the same time, but they're individual cogs in one deal, which is called a cassette. And if they're all made together as one and manufactured as that way, and you can't take them apart no matter how you did that, then that's called a freewheel. And that freewheel is just one piece, as to where a cassette is multiple pieces. And if this was a cassette, then you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'd have 7 parts to this cassette if it was a cassette, but it's a freewheel, so it's all one piece. There's no individual pieces. So that's what I mean by that. And what this here does is, if this here was removed from this part right here, there's a little part that this thing specifically goes to, that actually goes in to actually fit inside the grooves of this here. There's 2 different kinds made. There's this one here, and there's a different kind that's made for cassette types. This one here is made specifically for a freewheel. And I bought this at a bicycle shop in Lyon called Terry's Bicycles. And they have this right there. I plan on buying a cassette type, but mine are freewheels, so I bought the freewheel specific type of nut to actually be able to undo this when I need. It's not going to fit this here because it's not made for this here. It's made for the deal inside here. But that's what this here is made for, so. And then this is the other part of this that I have, which this goes together, and I'll show you how that works. So in this part right here, this here has a screw-on part. This here also moves as well. And what you do with this here is you actually fit this through that part right there. Kind of hard to manage this when you're actually looking through the camera instead of actually in the deal itself, but you go like this, and you'll set the chain right here. particularly right here, but you can also set it there if you decide to move this here back a little bit more. But this right here is what captures through that hole, is what captures the little cylindrical thing that goes. I don't exactly remember what they call that, but that goes in there, and you can snap it back like that, or you can also take it apart too. Now, if you're snapping it together, you put the chain on this side. Rather, if you're taking it apart, well, either way, you can pretty much do it that way. But if you're taking it apart, put it here, and if you're putting it together, you put it through here. That's what I meant to say. And what it does is it takes out these little rivets. So, and each chain has what's called a master link. A master link could be a different looking deal, and is what puts the chain together or puts it or takes it out. So by squeezing this in there, it is how you work that. And eventually I might have a video about that. Actually, I will have a video about that eventually when I restore and repair my Grand Cherokee bicycle. So moving on with this, I felt like actually giving a big description about my bicycle, and I could do it later on the actual project. Then I got this here, which all goes with the bicycle tailored stuff. I always have an abundance of those because you never know when you're going to jack up an Allen wrench into something. And some of the stuff is so old. And this right here is my spare key to one of my red Ziplocs I bought from Walmart.